My name is Umuhani. I will present my paper, Patterns of Indonesian Women Entrepreneurship. Women entrepreneurship is not only necessary for their economic survival, but also for strengthening the social system. One major issue in Indonesia is the economic problem. As we know that Indonesia is the third rank in Asia and one of the top 5 countries with the largest population in the world. The increased number of people will make the more negative issues of the development in the country. One major issue is the economic problem. Economic problems are viewed from the income per capita of the people in Indonesia, which are very low when compared with other countries. Women's entrepreneurship makes a significant contribution to economic and social development and is a major force for innovation and job creation. The purpose of this study was to map the characteristics of women entrepreneurs in Indonesia viewed from different aspects, which one of them is in terms of age, education level, role model of influence, previous business experience, confidence and fear failure, finance and business ownership, gender perception, family issue, barriers, competitive edge, and marketing strategy. This study conducted a survey of women entrepreneurs in Indonesia using about 100 women entrepreneurs who have owned small and medium enterprise in any field. The questionnaire divided into 3 parts. The 3 parts are profile of respondents, perceptions of respondents, and external factors. The collected data will then be statistically analyzed, which will be cross-tabulation and cluster analysis using software SPSS 20th edition. Demographic characteristic. As shown at this graph, sample of this study has wide variety of demographic characteristics. Most of sample aged between 20 until 25 years old, with the biggest reason as additional income and also as a hobby due to their age who are still studying universities, and the others still working in the company for the beginning years. The elder woman entrepreneur range about 35 years old generally do not have a job other than as a woman entrepreneur as the main job. This study take 5 locations: Jakarta, West Java, Central Java, East Java, and other locations. The biggest respondent located at West Java. Area of industry. Most of the respondents is doing fashion industry and also other industry. The educational level. About 59% of respondents are bachelor degree. Previous business experience. Half of the respondents is run the first business. Another half, 51% of respondents ever run different business. Role model of influence. Most of Indonesian women entrepreneurs are influenced by their family, about 45%, and friends, about 32%. Rest of them has many types of role models. Cross-tabulation between these variables of education and role models show that at any educational level they will see their role model as a reference for running their business. Gender perception. 66% of respondents had the perception that men and women have equal opportunities of doing business at the same business sector. 31% of them had the perception that women have a greater chance than men. Cross-tabulations between this variable of education and gender perception showed that gender differences has only little influence. Family issue. Nearly 100% of the women entrepreneurs receive support from her family in running the business. About 47% of them have a family partner or family business, and 53% said that they didn't have business partner family, while 21% of the respondents said that the problems in their family interfere in their business. while the remaining 78% do not have family problems that can disrupt their business. It seems that people of Indonesia are not too blaming the growing business of one family, and they tend to support the business. Barriers of running business. The result of the questionnaire was found that as many 28% of women entrepreneurs have a bottleneck in the financial aspect, while 18% of respondents were faced the problems in their business environment. Environmental issues mean that the environment was not appropriate to spread their business. 18% of them said that there were problems in their own self, while 24% of respondents said that the main problem that faced by a combination of these problems, which are financial, environmental, personal life of each person, while the remaining 13% state that the main problem was the addition of these problems. Competitive edge. The women entrepreneurs were asked about business competition in the field. Of the total respondents, 79% state that there were high competition in their business, and after a further ask, half of the sample said that competition didn't disrupt their business, and half of them said that the competition was annoying. While 21% of the respondents said that their business was low of competition, and only 33% of them said that they didn't offer a unique business to its customer, while the rest state that they offer a unique business. From this data, it can be concluded that women entrepreneurs who feel that their business competitors are low generally offer different products from an existing business. Confidence and fear of failures. This chart shows confidence levels of their business success. The women entrepreneurs were asked about their confidence in conducting business. 30% of them expressed that they are really confident of that business will be successful, which the business has been running until now. 65% of respondents state that they were very confident that the business will be successful when they doing it in a sustainable improvement, and the remaining 5% expressed a lack of confidence that the business will be run. Most of the reasons state that they were not serious in doing their own business, and there were a lack of enthusiasm in running the business compared to the first time in which they ran the business. Marketing strategy. From the total respondents in this study, as many as 17% of respondents rely on marketing of their business through word of mouth, carried out by spreading the word of mouth known to their own friend, while 30% of respondents rely on direct marketing system by opening store and so forth. 15% rely on the internet network system, and in general, the information which spread was done by the online shop. 9% of the remainder relies on the entirety of the way, either from word of marketing, direct marketing, and also the internet. Initial capital. From the financial side, which the study asked based on the initial capital used and also the ownership of the business. Respondents note that 68% of their business carrying around and ungainly their own capitals, while 10% of respondents borrow at the bank as their capital, or it can be said that they use bank credit. 14% of respondents said that the capital obtained from the family in general was a partner in the business. The remaining 9% said that the source of capital comes from the other side of which business is derived from this investor, the legacy of friends, boss, and other jobs and others. Business ownership. Meanwhile, overall business belongs to the group, who generally were their friends, by 17%. Average ownership of the business was privately owned by 68% and 16% family owned. Cluster analysis. Based on three categories, industry area, age group, and marketing strategy, data is divided into 4 clusters. This analysis aims to know the real pattern of women entrepreneurship in Indonesia. The cluster can see as follows. The amount of each cluster. Cluster 1 has 18%, cluster 2 has 36%, cluster 3 is 18%, and cluster 4 28%. Characteristics for each cluster. Mean and standard deviation here show us that each cluster has average same mean and standard deviation. Cluster 1. This is the oldest cluster, lowest mean age category, and has variety of entrepreneur types besides service, fashion, food, and MLM. There are many old women have business on dormitory, and the marketing strategy at this cluster usually use direct marketing. Educational level of this cluster is the lowest among the other clusters. Cluster 2. Cluster 2 has the largest members among others. This cluster consists of young women entrepreneurs aged 20 until 25 years old that doing business at fashion sector. They tend to market their product using all of possible market strategy, include direct marketing, internet, word of mouth, and other marketing strategy. Young generation nowadays certainly prefer internet to market their products. It is because through internet, marketing expenses can be very minimal. Internet also can reach very wide range of market. Cluster 3. Members of this cluster consist of young women entrepreneurs aged 20 until 25 years old. With direct marketing, they tend to run business at service area. The service business are usually laundry, photocopy, animal husbandry, and etc. This cluster has the highest education level. Most of members of this cluster hasn't married yet. They focus to run their business. Cluster 4. This cluster consists of young married women with age range 13 until 35 years old. Most of members of this cluster run their business at food sector. Food business usually use direct marketing. They open store or restaurant at strategic place. They also usually run catering business at their house. Conclusion. Indonesian women entrepreneurship has wide variety of characteristics that can be divided to 4 clusters. Indonesian women entrepreneurs seem to perceive themselves as dynamic enough to balance family and professional careers. The educational level of women entrepreneurs in Indonesia is quite high. Indonesian women entrepreneur has high independent financial aspect in running their business. Thank you.